This is sometimes the only way that you can get around to check on birds and wildlife.
Think about ideas for what a car could be.
A 3-seat sports car, hybrid car.
So the solar panel charges to the pounds.
Space-based solar power.
Space-based power, so you clean energy. The clean energy that you need.
We could do it with a very high technology. A potential for changing the energy game hugely.
And those problems need engineers, scientists,
To tackle some of these problems and give us some answers.
In my job, I research different types of materials for plant applications.
It's always neat to come out here when the birds are here, when alligators are with their babies. See the wildlife, see all the good things that we do, and realize that that work paid off.
I enjoy coming to work every day, knowing that I'm doing something to help people, knowing that I'm doing something to help my community and our environment, and I'm learning something every day.
Okay, now I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors, Green Tech. Thank you, Keith. Good morning, everyone. Sounds like most of you were home early because as I left last night this building around 6:30, I looked up L Street. They had it blocked off with a Budweiser truck. Everyone was celebrating. They were being truly green. Anyway, I have to tell you from the feedback that I've received so far that this year's summer summit has been an overwhelming success. Yesterday's keynote, Dan Hammond, he was truly outstanding and I think gave us some great ideas for thinking about as we move forward. But as they say, we're only halfway there. We still have a day to program. At the Department of General Services, we manage the state's real estate. We build buildings, we lease, and we buy cars, manage our fleet. We buy billions of dollars of goods and services each and every year. As a state business services provider, we see what really is going on out there in the green environment and the green movement across the state of California. Last evening, we were on the stage. We recognized 8 projects for really outstanding achievement. And today, what I'd really like to do is acknowledge the additional achievements and really thank the leadership and dedication of many individuals that have been committed and really been on the front lines of leading green here in California. Especially during these tough economic times, state agencies have had to tighten the belt. And one thing Mike has been telling me, we're ready to go. We just need more money. And these are agencies that have stepped up and actually made things happen, despite the fact that we're, pulling the belt in tighter and tighter. First of all, the Department of Corrections, who really has been out in front of the first retrofit projects in California. The Department of Motor Vehicles. Again, most of our focus has been on these large buildings that are 50,000 feet and larger, and DMV has stepped up and we're working with them right now in utilities to really do projects in the smaller facilities. And I think George would tell us we have somewhere like 260 DMV offices throughout the state. The California State University system has been a great partner in putting solar projects together. And we now have solar projects not only on the universities, but the Department of Mental Health and CDCR across our state prisons. We also have a really wonderful certificate program. Roy McBrayer, who's head of our green team, has put together with CSUS for green business operations, really to help us grow our workforce and not only build buildings that are green, but really understand how to operate it and what it takes to get there. I'd also be remiss if I forgot to mention the terrific help we've got from UC Davis, from the technology, from the Lighting Center, and from the Western Cooling Efficiency Center, and along with the Energy Commission and these groups and General Services, we're actually looking at a way of setting up a new initiative for using state buildings to actually take projects from conceptual, ideas to really full commercial deployment. The public and investor-owned utilities have provided immense help in funding many of our projects and help us to get them moving forward. The Public Utilities Commission has long-term energy efficiency and strategic plan. And the Energy Commission has done truly an outstanding job in putting together the new energy efficiency and appliance standards for our Golden State. Really, these partnerships and the accomplishments really do affirm that California will continue to lead the way in green innovation. And it really is that innovation that we talked about over the last couple of days that's going to lead to new job growth in California. We really have much to be proud of, but again, there's still a long way for us to go. And today, and as part of this conference, I'm hoping that we are recommitting ourselves to achieving the goal of creating the Golden State. I think in the end, we will continue to move this ball forward. This conference has been truly outstanding, and again, thank you for being here. Now I'd like to introduce Mike Lecker. Michael is president of the American Council on Renewable Energy, or the acronym being ACOR. Since its formation in 2001, ACOR has grown to have over 400 organizational members, producing 3 national conferences each year. Conferences on renewable energy, business, finance, and policy, and participating in international renewable energy policy affairs. Michael is a member of the Clinton Global Initiative and also works through the Solar International Management, Inc. financing of solar energy. We had a great conversation earlier just before this session started that Michael will fill us in on. And he's involved in the development of a new international debt security called the Global Development Bond. So with that, please join me in a warm welcome to Mr. Michael Lecker. Thank you, Will. Good morning. And I'm amazed that so many people are here at 8:30 in the morning. It's wonderful. I think California is an early state. I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you, Bob Graves and Pete, for organizing this, and Will Bush and Linda Evans for co-chairing it. And I just want you to know that I just didn't decide to do this yesterday, but here on the summit sponsors, the very first one listed as an outreach partner is the So we've been with you since we had this idea. I think we talked about it in 2006. Bob, and we had this idea to bring the government together with the green community and make things happen here in the state of California. And I just want to really applaud you for taking an idea and then making it happen. So a little applause for Bob Graves. I'm going to walk through a presentation here about renewable energy in America, the United States. I'll mention a few things around the world as well. But, you know that I come from Washington, D.C. I want you to know that I live in Maryland. I do not live in Pittsburgh. I actually drive into there. And I view it sort of like it's a national zoo. You drive in the days, there's sort of a different bunch of animals in there, and then you drive home at night, and you get back to your family, and things are normal, and next time you drive in again, I feel like one of the zookeepers. I say that with humor, but really Washington, D.C. is quite a place. But I didn't actually grow up there. I actually grew up in San Diego. If you look from the old ball stadium, the old Padres football stadium, up Mr. Valley, up on the hill, the first house you see, that would have been my house. Right, that first suburb was up the hill, back when we moved in there in 1959. And then my folks lived in Yorba Linda, just outside L.A. for the next 25 years. So even though I'm kind of an East Coaster, I got a connections here on the West Coast, and my daughter lives here in San Francisco, and my other daughter's moving out here. So we're finally realizing that after all, California is the place to be. So with that being, let me tell you about ACOR a little bit and what we're doing. We're a national organization, including ACOR. And we started out with the idea that there needed to be an organization, not just of solar, wind, geothermal, biomass, and hydro, and so on, but one that was all renewable energy technologies and businesses and markets and governments together. And this was our membership scheme that we drew back in 2001. And it was the idea that really it took everybody working together to make this thing work. It wasn't just industry lobbying government, that's the old thing. It's really everybody. It's the end users. If you look at this chart, the kind of organizations we have as members, professional services, the engineers and the lawyers and consultants, the financial institutions are an equal partner in this. You know, you really think of the big four being the end users and the financiers and the technology suppliers and the government assessing policy. And then you've got the services, the nonprofits are important in this, the associations, the industry itself, and then the education sector. The education sector is the key to our future.